Good morning children, this is English video session for class 10. We are now dealing with the book The Footprints Without Feet. Topic number 7. The name of the topic is, the title of the topic is The Necklace. I'll repeat from the beginning. This is class 10 English video session. The book we are doing is The Footprints Without Feet, supplementary reader. Chapter number 7, The Necklace. Okay, we are going to begin this class today. We are now introduced to the character named Matilda. Matilda is invited to a grand party. She is a beautiful dress but no jewelry. She borrows a necklace from a friend and loses it. What happens then? So let's see the story. Okay. Matilda. The story revolves around Matilda. Okay. What kind of person is Madame Loisel? Why is she always unhappy? What kind of person is her husband? Let's see. She was one of those pretty young ladies born as if through an error of destiny into the family of clerks. She had no dowry, no hopes, no means of becoming known, loved, or married by a man either rich or distinguished, and she allowed herself to marry a petty clerk in the office of a board of education. She was simple, but she was unhappy. Let us see some of the background of the character of this woman. She is pretty, she is very pretty, and she is very young, but as an error, such beautiful women are usually, it is for her, she thinks, are to be born in rich families. It is felt that it is an error of destiny. Fate has made her born and get wedded in the family of clerk, that is lower in rank. She had no dowry. She had no hopes. Dowry here refers to the money. She had no hopes means she did not hope to be rich or become rich. No means of becoming known. No means of becoming known is recognized, accomplished, or patronized. And she married either rich and married by a man either rich or distinguished. She knows that she will not be married by a rich or a distinguished person, mean what? Who had already been established. And she allowed herself to marry a petty clerk. What did she marry? To whom did she marry? She married a petty clerk. What is a petty clerk? A clerk who is not distinguished in the office of the board of examination. Board of examination means what? In the education department. She was simple, but she was always unhappy. She was very simple lady. She knows she cannot elaborate, but she was a very unhappy lady. She suffered incessantly because herself born for all delicacies and luxuries. She suffered from the poverty of her apartment, the shabby walls and the worn chairs. Okay, all these things tortured and angered her. So she suffered incessantly means what? Within her she felt unhappy and she felt to have born for all. She feels that she is born to be rich, she born to be luxurious life. But what happened is she suffered only poverty in her apartment. The shabby walls and the worn chairs, the chairs are all broken and the walls are shabby. All these things tortured and angered her. What is the torture? She suffered within herself and everything angered her. Why in my life I should suffer like this? When she seated herself for dinner opposite her husband, who uncovered the tureen with the delighted air, saying, "Oh, a good pot pie." He says, "A good pot pie. I know nothing better than that." She would think of the elegant dinner of shining silver. She thought of the exquisite food served in marvelous dishes. She had neither frocks, she had no jewelry, she had nothing, and she loved only those things. Okay, so whenever she made a pie, a food out of pie. Her husband used to, uncover the tureen, the bowl, and say, My God, what a tasty thing, how nice it smells. But to her mind, she always thought about the dinners, the exquisite dinners, marvelous dishes, exquisite, shining silver vessels, silver the cups. Okay, no, she had no frock. She felt that she did not have elegant, etiquette frocks, jewelry, nothing. But in her mind, she always loved only those things. She never had loved for something which is simple. She had a rich friend, a schoolmate at a convent, who she did not like to visit. Why? Because she thought she is too rich and she should not see her. She suffered so much when she returned. Why I am like this and when she is like that. She wept for the whole day from despair and disappointment. Whenever she visited her, one full day she will be crying of all these things. One evening, her husband returned elated, bearing in his hand a large envelope. One evening, her husband was able to understand that she is unhappy. One day, he was very happy and he brought an envelope and gave it to her. Here is something for you. He said that there is something very nice for you. Come on, open it and see. What is it? We don't know. Is the lady happy about it? Let's see. Yes. She quickly drew out the printed card on which it was inscribed these words: The Minister of Public Instructions and Madame George Ramponia asked the honor of Mr. and Mrs. Loisel, Madame Loisel, Mr. and Madame Loisel's company, Monday evening, January 18th, at the minister's residence. Okay, such a letter is something a very great honor for a person like Loisel, who is working as a clerk in the education department. But when he gave this letter of the invitation, there was no sign of happiness, there was no sign of delight in the face of the lady, of Mrs. Loisel, Madame Loisel. Instead of being delighted as her husband had hoped, she threw the invitation spitefully with lots of hatred upon the table, murmuring, "What do you suppose I want with that? What do I do with this?" she asked. "But my dearie, I thought it would make you happy. You never go out, and this is an occasion, a very fine one. Everybody wishes one, and it is very select. Not many are given to employees. You will see the whole official world there." Okay, so the public which will come there will be totally a different one. It will be a very rich one. Why aren't you happy? She looked at him with an irritated eye and declared impatiently, "What do you suppose I have to wear to such a thing as that?" So she was bothered about how will she attend such a place when she does not have richness in clothes or jewelry to attend such places. Okay, now let's see. She looked at him with an irritated eye and declared impatiently, "What do you wear? What do you suppose that I have to wear to such a thing as that? What do you think I will be wearing for such?" So this shows how much deep-rooted Mrs. Loisel, Madame Loisel, was within of her a lower strata of the society. She feels that she is in the lowest strata of the society. She is not for it, but destiny has forced her to be born in such a clerical place. She felt that she is not for it, but she feels every day about brooding within herself, crying within herself for the worn out furniture, the walls, dirty walls, and the the food, that is dinners that are served. But though her husband loved her food, She thinks only about the silver dinners which will be served and the entire world of richness, etiquettes, and elaborateness. She never had all these things. She always thought only about it. She lived in a life of distress and unhappy weather. I stop with the children. Please read the entire text 3 to 4 times. You need to learn the entire character sketch of Madame Loisel. Thank you, children. See you in the next class.